Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing some more Among Trees and we are going to pick up where we left off last time. So if you guys have been watching the last two parts of gameplay, the last time we played we finished crafting the cooking room and our crafting room. And we managed to also make an axe, a fishing pole, and a compass. So today what we're going to try and do is venture on a little bit more out past where we've been so far, and try to unlock some more areas in our journal. I know the last time we played and we took a look, it looks like one of the meadows that we had previously visited was no longer in the book, so we're going to have to go back over there. But now that we also have an axe, we may be able to defend ourselves a little bit from the bears. And also as a refresher, for anyone who wasn't here for the last part, we did manage to make some cooked food. So what we are going to do is we're just going to go ahead and cook what we have, just so we can take it with us and last a little bit longer while we're out. Um, we also, though, we might need a tent. But it looks like right now both the tent and the fire are locked. So we'll try to go as far as we can with the time that we have, and hopefully we can make some progress before it gets dark, because I believe as it gets dark outside, the weather starts to change. It becomes colder, so we don't want to be caught out in the cold. So we're just gonna get some more sticks really quick. And then I believe 3 food should be more than enough. We had one last time right before we saved the game that seemed to fill a very decent amount. So we're just gonna take these 3. We'll probably just eat. Well, actually, we need to save the hoof fungus, if I'm not mistaken, because that is a crafting material. So what we're just gonna go ahead and do is just go right behind our cabin, and we're gonna head this way. So right now we're not going to collect any wood or anything. We're just gonna explore, see what we can unlock, try to get a better layout of the land. But we will pick up any food that we see on the way. It's always good to have extra beets and extra mushrooms. Or maybe we'll even catch a fish. So okay. So there is a bee's nest right there on that broken log. And we are just going to continue this way. So I don't believe we've headed in the direction of the mountains yet. We did last time follow the river all the way down to the waterfall, but we did get met with a rock wall similar to right here. So it looks like this is the extent. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, that was just the shading. It almost looked like a little crevice over there that we were able to squeeze into. But as I was saying, the last time we went down that way, we managed to walk all the way down to the edge of the river and we came up to the waterfall, but it didn't look like there was a way to get on top of it, at least from the side that we were on. So we ended up looping around, coming behind our cabin and back to the first tower that was broken. So today, instead, what we're going to do is explore a little bit more this way, because I believe in the first part of among trees. We did end up seeing a bear off in the distance over here. And as the intro... Oh no! Oh no! Unfortunately, guys, it seems like... Oh, okay, there we go. It's like we were stuck on a rock. I was going to have to restart the game. But as I was saying, the introductory comment does say that bears tend to lurk around where there's loot. So hopefully the bear that we saw last time is guarding something great. And I think this is the first time we're seeing rain in the game, so this is nice. I did not realize that the game had weather. I mean, we have played for about an hour, I believe, maybe a little bit more, over an hour, because the last few parts that I uploaded were just completely uncut. It was just gameplay of me running around and expanding our cabin, so yeah. So this is nice. We're just going to continue on this way. Coming across some black currants, which is also a crafting material that we are going to need. I don't remember what it's for, but I just know that we need it for something. So I'm not quite sure where the meadow is. I didn't think it was this far out, but okay, I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. I hear like this very low murmur in my right ear. A little bit freaky. Hope we do not get ambushed by a bear, but we will have to see them at some point. Okay, so as we get further and further into the forest, I'm going to try and save some of our run wherever I can. Also just gonna have our axe out and ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna eat one of our cooked foods. Awesome, we went from starving to completely full. Some more rabbits hopping around. This looks like we have come across a bit more of a grassy area over here. The foliage on the ground is kind of changing colors. Let's see. This still doesn't look like we've... Oh! So it looks like the white flower meadow, we have apparently run through it and it has added itself back to the book. Nice. So it looks like we've come across another site with some leftover materials, some bolts, some... Oh! So we don't have inventory space. We can discard the leaves for now. I'm fine with that. We're not hungry, but we'll just eat that as well. the bolts and the nails will definitely come in handy. The planks I'm not so worried about anymore now that we have the axe, because we can just go and collect our own, which doesn't take much time. But we are going to take whatever steel wire we can find. Okay, so craft a map to view hint. Interesting. So, really quickly, just going to break open the remaining boxes, because I did not know that there are map fragments in the crates. So I'm not too worried about the rag right now. Let's see. I do know that there was another type of herb or plant that we needed to collect. I don't believe we've come across any so far. I also did not put the note up on the right-hand side to track. But because items that we can pick up kind of glow, it should be easy to come across it if we need. Okay, so the sun is starting to go down. And we have been running for a while in this direction, but we haven't come across any animals aside from rabbits or hares. We have found a bunch of stump moss, but because it's getting dark and we don't have a fire and we don't have a tent, we're not gonna stay out here, so we're just going to run back in the direction of our cabin. And you never know, maybe we'll come across something that we missed. But tomorrow what we'll do instead is we'll go back in the direction of the river, where it empties out into the lake, and then we'll explore on that side, because we did also see a bear over there as well, over the hill. Well, we didn't quite see it, but the bear saw us. We were a bit in its line of sight. So we will check out that area. But it seems pretty quiet in this direction. What I'll probably also do is just do a quick jump cut right here, so that way you guys don't have to watch as I'm just running back to our base. So by the time you see us, we will be back in the cabin. Okay guys, so it is nighttime. I've just made it back to the cabin. It's starting to get dark outside and we're starving, so what we're going to do is just eat one of these, and then we're gonna take a look and see what is next to build another extension. So yeah, so this is what I was talking about. So the dog bane stems, I couldn't remember off the top of my head, but the hoof fungus and the planks, that's easy. We will need metal plates and glue over here. Under resources. So for metal plates, we just need steel pipes. For glue, so we do not have larch resin or lime mineral. So I assume there are probably caves or something where we can use the pickaxe. And last time I actually mistakenly took it's for a farming tool, but it's definitely a pickaxe. So when that gets unlocked, we should be able to find the rest of what it's asking us for. Oh no, so it looks like it finished. Okay. So we're just gonna cook a couple of things so we don't have to do this later. And then tomorrow, as I said, we're gonna head off in that direction. We'll just see what's over there and if we have better luck coming across some items that we need. Okey-doke. So we're just gonna put all of this away. We do have the black currant that we need. And we're just gonna go ahead and go to bed. Alright guys, so it is day 5. Just gonna quickly look. So that is the dotty mushroom. So I don't need this whole stack, but we're gonna eat just a couple of these so we don't waste our food, our cooked food. But what I'm gonna do actually, we'll put the beets away because that's a full stack. And we're just gonna go ahead and eat 2 of those to fill us up. Then we're also going to save. And we're going to head off in the direction of the lake. I'm like, sorry guys if I get quiet for a moment. Just the music, when it does come on, is actually really nice. So I'd like to give you guys the chance to be able to listen and really take it in because I think it adds to the overall experience of the game. So it looks we can swim, which I did not previously try to do. So it's good to know, but it looks like at the same time swimming causes our temperature to go down at a pretty quick speed, actually. So I'm assuming that's not something that we want to try and do too often, unless there's a reason to. I'm not sure if maybe the bears don't chase you in, but we don't overheat, so I can't see that being something to cool down. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and run over this hill. So far, there is nothing out of the ordinary here. There are more beets on the ground. Some more cliff sides. Okay, and there look to be some fallen stones over here. So, what is this? Okay, so we found the blueprint, which is nice, for the lockpick. Okay. So now that we can make the lockpick, I'm going to assume that we have everything we need to make that. because the lockpick is metal and we do have a bunch of steel wire and bolts and nails. So pretty sure we should be able to craft something out of that. And then we can go back and open up all of those boxes when we have a chance. So as you can see over here, the landscape is changing slightly. Not all that much. Ooh, so we have found a new plant called Bishop's Lace. It's funny in the distance that stump is making me uneasy. Some more black currant. Okay, so that's not anything we can pick up. That is just foliage on the ground. And as you can tell, I'm just rotating every so often just to keep our eyes peeled in case there's a bear anywhere. So it looks like so fiddlehead fern. So we've also found something else. I wonder for the beehive. So it looks like we can hit it with the axe. Actually made the bees very mad. Okay, so they have dispersed. It's kind of funny because they seem to follow you like they do in Animal Crossing. So we're just going to grab that beeswax and the honey. As far as I know, just by us clicking through the different items that we can craft, I did not see anything that required either of those. But, of course, we're just going to hang on to it for now. And at this point, it probably also makes sense to start considering making the attic for increased storage space because our bag is currently full. I know that um, the one small storage chest in our cabin was also full. So we are going to need all the space that we can get. Let's see. Okay, so there is a rose hip here. We're not super hungry, but I'm just going to go ahead and eat this because I do want to collect this. That's not something that we've found before. Let's go ahead and get that added into our journal. Take it back. So we're just going to continue running along a little bit. It is about midday right now. Let's see. Okay, so this fully restores your health. I don't really want to get rid of all of our mushrooms. Okay, So I think, guys, what we're gonna end up having to do first is just going ahead and taking the time to build the attic. Um, and hopefully that has more storage space for us to be able to put these items. I really was hoping that we would maybe come across something else. I don't know, maybe a deer, if there are deer, or moose, or just anything other than rabbits. But as I mentioned in the very first video, this is still an early access game, so maybe only bears are what is currently in here. So we're just gonna head back, clean up our bags a little bit, and then just start chopping down wood. Let's see. So we can go ahead and cross the river right up here. I'm also hoping that at some point there is a blueprint to expand our backpack. Because if I'm not mistaken, right now we have exactly 12 slots. And even 4 extra slots would make a huge difference just because items do stack. Our cabin is just so quaint. I love it. Okay. So we're gonna put away whatever we can, which isn't much. So we definitely have the wire, the nails. So what we are going to do, there's 7 planks here. We're going to take these out. Then we're going to put this in. And we're going to go chop down a whole bunch of wood. As I'm cutting down this tree right by our house. I am very glad that it does not destroy our cabin. That would be very unlucky, considering it crashed right onto the roof. What I also like, which I'm not sure if anyone has noticed, but it does not look like the axe suffers from durability loss, which is very good. So it doesn't look like we're gonna have to worry about coming back in the middle of an expedition to recraft an axe because ours broke. Cut that. I'm just assuming that our character must be buff to be out here in the forest just hacking at fully grown trees and within about 8 or so swings being able to bring it down. So we don't need the sticks. I am just accidentally picking them up. So what we are going to do is we're just going to discard both of those. So we only need another 7. So we're just going to complete the stack and just get a full 10, which makes the most sense since we're already here. And check our energy. Last one should do the trick. Okie doke. So 7. We're just going to go ahead and cut down one more. And one more should do it. Okay, and that's 10. So right now we have 30 for planks. So we're just going to go ahead and build the attic. Exciting. So let's see. We're going to eat. So we have to make some space. Then we're going to take out the bolts. We're going to put those in. So we need 4 nails and 2 wire. Actually, we don't need the bolts. So we're going to put those back. We're going to take out the nails. But we do need 2 more, so we're just going to craft 2 more. This one. And 2. Okay, guys. And here it is. Storage attic. Storage. You now got 4 extra storage boxes. New extensions. A sewing room. Nice. So I'm not sure in case anyone doesn't remember. So we do have an outfits tab. And right now we are wearing a lumber outfit. But it does not have stats to it at all. There is 1 tick to stamina, speed, and camouflage. So I'm assuming all of the rags that we've been passing by, we're going to need those. I'm not sure. I believe I did see thread on the list of crafting. Maybe we can also craft a new backpack. So we are going to go upstairs and look at our attic. So our sewing room is also going to need dog bane and glue. So at some point we are going to have to try and find more dog bane in general, because we haven't found any for me to say more. But what we are going to do, we're just going to quickly organize a little bit. So anything that we can't cook, we're going to go ahead and move it upstairs. So all of our rope and our bolts and our wire, our compass, all of those things can be together in a box. And then what we'll do is we will leave items in this box nearest the door that are related to the kitchen. So that way we don't have to go back and forth trying to come up the stairs, get food to cook, go back down the stairs. So I believe we'll also go ahead and just put in the leaves. The honey, I believe, is a cooking item, so we're going to put that back. We'll also leave the beet seeds in here because once we build the greenhouse, we should be able to plant that. So we're just going to also take out the rags and the hoof fungus because we will need this to build another section of the house. So just put that away. And okay, so right now I am content with that. That's great. We're actually gonna cook with this. Oh, I guess not. Did I misread? Or added to meals. Hmm. So I'm not quite sure how you add it to the meal, as it wasn't an option to add the honey itself to what's already on the stove. Should probably also leave the sticks that we picked up downstairs, since we do need that to stoke the fire. But we are actually out of them, so we pick up sticks tomorrow. We don't necessarily have to have that food right this second. Okay, so it is day 6. So our food is almost done cooking. It doesn't look like it's going to burn, so we'll just leave it there on the stove simmering. We have more than enough food to venture out. I think what I'm actually going to do, though, is just put the fishing pole away. We don't need that right this second. And I don't want to carry too much stuff, just so we do have that extra bag space. So we'll just grab some sticks because we will need these when we come back home. And what's nice is it looks like these items do not despawn, as I previously guessed that they might have. So I could easily chop down tons of wood and then just leave it there and pick it up the next day. So just gonna grab the hoof fungus because we need it. Go ahead and eat the honey. We're actually gonna head back in that direction because when we were over there yesterday, we did manage to come across more than we found in that direction over by the meadow. So I am more hopeful for what this area has in store for us. As we also did find the blueprint for the lockpick, which I actually totally forgot about. I think actually I'm just gonna go back really quick and go craft a lockpick, and then I'll just do that really quickly off screen, and then by the time I do that, we'll come back and we'll be back at the lake again. So I'll see you guys in 2 seconds. Okay guys, so we are back at the river. I went back to the cabin and I made a lockpick because I forgot to do that before we left. And since we are headed in the direction where there are plenty of locked boxes, I didn't want to waste time and just not have it with us. And we weren't that far away, so it just made the most sense to go back and just quickly craft one. So as I said, we're just going to head back up into the area that we were in yesterday. Whew, the rabbit scared me. And just see what else we can find, because we did find a lot of herbs, and just flowers lying around. And I did empty out my bag. We did pick up like a hoof fungus and the sticks. So I did deposit all of that in the storage box just to make sure that we are traveling with the maximum amount of space possible. The sun is still rising, so I'm not worried. We're making good time. Just gonna eat a couple couple of these mushrooms. Um, nice. So the raspberries do fill a little bit of hunger, so that's good. Just going to... There's another beehive right there, but for right now, we cannot see what exactly we need the honeycombs for, so I'm just not going to really bother with them. Okay, so we found some thistle root. Nice. Let's see. Almost got stuck. So we're just going to continue going this way. Really, I have no path in mind. I'm just walking opposite of the cabin. Just gonna keep on going in this direction. And because we are quite a ways away, I'm just going to make sure that I keep picking up edible mushrooms and berries along the way, just so I don't starve. I have not tried swinging at a rabbit yet either. Not too keen on trying to hack one to death. So we will just keep eating what we find along the way. Looks like some more raspberry. Okay, what is this? A zebra mushroom. Black void mushroom. Okay. Wow, so this one has a very high chance of poisoning us compared to the dotted mushroom, which I believe was about 25%. This is 60. So we're definitely not going to mess around with this while we're out. But it does seem to raise a decent amount of health and temperature, so we will save that for when we have our tent and we are able to really spend some time outside overnight and possibly travel maybe into areas that have snow. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but I assume for the amount of clothing slots that we have that a coat is probably something that will eventually come in handy. Okay. There's a gooseberry, but our inventory is full. I'm just gonna go ahead and discard the stick. There are plenty of sticks near the house. We can easily chop down some wood, and the sticks also fall to the ground, so that's not a big deal. going to keep going this way. What is this? So, blackcurrant, our inventory is full. So, this seems to give the same amount whether it's cooked or not. So we're just going to eat that. And we'll eat one of those. And we will pick up the blackcurrant. We do need ash leaves, actually, which I have been just walking past. So now is probably the time to start picking some of these up. It's very rocky and mountainous over here. I don't see anything in particular that looks important. Oh, I actually don't. So it looks like there's an invisible wall right here, so we actually can't get any closer to the face of this rock formation here. Just want to quickly see how far does the... Huh, so that is odd. It's like a small portion you weren't able to walk up to. So it looks like there's a mountain path right there, but it is starting to get dark outside, so we are going to make our way back. We will store all of our items, and I think we will go ahead and call it there, guys. We found a lot of new things. We'll probably just quickly take a look at our journal to see how many new things we picked up today. It's probably a good idea. So we're just going to go ahead and make our way back. But I hope you guys are enjoying the game so far. Among Trees, like I said, this is very relaxing. We are playing on normal mode, but for easy mode, it was possible. Oop, there's a new mushroom, so we're gonna eat these because I want it. A hedgehog mushroom. But as I was mentioning, we're playing on normal mode, so that means that nature is a threat to us. Whereas if we played on easy mode, it's more of a non-threatening sandbox exploration type of gameplay. But so far we've been lucky. So far we have not come across anything that seeks to kill us or attack us. And yeah, I just hope that even though there isn't too much action going on, that you guys find this gameplay relaxing, that you're enjoying it as much as I am, because I think this is a great game. So I'm not quite sure we'll make it back to our house before nightfall, but we will do our best because we are also getting quite tired. It looks like our energy is taking a little bit longer to restore itself. So definitely don't want to be caught out here in the cold because we cannot make fire yet. But I am going to keep my eyes peeled for a blueprint. Wormwood. I'm going to eat that and pick this up. There's a bear somewhere. quite sure where the bear is, guys. I think I spoke a little bit too soon. We're just going to quietly make our way through the grass. Oh no! Oh god, it looks like we have run directly into the bear. Ah! And the axe does not seem to stop him from attacking us. So you're just going to keep running. Oh no! We're running out of stamina. Okay, guys. As you can see, the bear is way over there. He has attacked us. We have just barely made it out. Okay. So we made it back to our lovely cabin, and actually the bear's not that far away from where we are staying. So it looks like we're bleeding, but I don't necessarily know how to stop it. So we're just going to quickly look over here. Just need 2 rags. I believe we have a second rag. Okay, so we're gonna have to make some space really quickly. Just gonna go ahead and put all of these away for now. I'm not really worried about how to sort it at the moment. I could always go back and do that off screen, but we do want to stop the bleeding. Go ahead and craft ourselves a med kit, and we're gonna use it. Okay guys, that was so close. That was kind of scary. Just as I was talking about how calm and peaceful the game has been, we managed to walk ourselves right into a bear. But we did make it out with our lives. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I did try to swing it at a couple of times. That did not seem to deter the bear, so we just bucked it instead of just standing there and trying to attack him. So, that was kind of scary. So I think with that, that completely threw me for a loop. We did not find any dogbane stems still, but I think we should be able to make some other things next time. What do we need for a map? So we can actually, did I see the fire? No. So we can actually make a map. We'll just quickly grab the rags and the black currant. We're gonna make ourselves a map so that way the next time we go out, this will be handy. So map view enabled. Press M to view your map. So although we haven't actually had it in our possession this whole time, it has been recording basically where we are going, which is very nice. So this is about how big the map is. This is completely zoomed out. And I know over here there was a rock formation that we weren't able to pass. So I'm assuming that at some point all of this will be open as they add more content to the game. But I do not see like where we can drop any markers down on the map. I'm assuming this is us at the cabin. I can't tell if the red dot moves, but we'll check on that next time. This is the first broken tower. That's the second broken tower and the waterfall that we visited last time that we were unable to climb. over. So as you can see, we kind of made a loop around here. We kind of went this way, but it was getting dark, and then we just made our way around this area here and back to our cabin. But we're making ground, and I believe this is where we just came from yesterday. So what we're gonna do is we're very tired, so I'm gonna sleep. Let's go ahead and get rested up for day 7. Going to just eat this cooked food in our inventory, and we're gonna take a flip through our journal. So it looks like we've still only found Reed Lake and the meadow, which I already mentioned, popped back up. We found a number of new flora. This looks like cattails. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it looks like we found a very decent number of what we need. So as you can see, there's probably still a good amount of area left for us to explore, even though um, some areas of the map have like rocks and other things that we can't get around. But now that we have the map, it should make it a whole lot easier to not double back and re-explore areas that we've already been. So I'm going to go ahead and save the game here. And I really hope you guys enjoyed part 3 of Among Trees. If you did, please go ahead and leave me a like or a comment or consider subscribing. If there's anything that you'd like to see me play or anything that you'd like to see different, you could always leave me a suggestion. Feel free to message me. But I hope everybody has a great day and take care. Bye, guys.